Hello everyone, guys, I'm Utkarsh and I welcome you all to this session on data cleaning with SQL scripts. So guys, let's have a look at the agenda for this session. The agenda for this session includes understanding different data cleaning functions in SQL, essentially concentrated on date and time functions, and also we'll look into the addition and subtraction of date and time in both SQL and Postgre. So guys, till the previous session we have looked at the different string based functions that can be utilized for data cleaning, namely trim, cast, convert, coalesce, let's say replace, position, left, right, and mid kind of functions, right? So let's switch to the workbench. So guys, as far as the date time functions are concerned, let's say these are the functions that we'll be concentrating upon. So we'll be looking at the different date functions that we have, namely year, month, quarter, day, and then we'll move on to the time functions. So this is the first section that we'll be looking upon. Then this is the second section, then the third section, and then this is the fourth section, right? So let's have a look. So first of all, suppose I want to display today's date and time. So I can simply write select now. So what does now return? Now returns, so it returns current date and time, right? So now essentially returns the current date and time. Now if I were to, I'm only interested in the date and not the time. So how can this be done? So I just have to write current date function. So it returns the current date only. All right, it simply returns the current date. So guys, what is the current date that we have obtained? The current date is 2025-609. All right, so guys, these are the two functions that returns the current date and time and the current date. Next, suppose I want to extract maybe year, month, quarter, day, month name, day name from let's say the today's date, or maybe from a given date. All right, so let's consider a given date. So the date that the date pattern or the date format that is used in SQL is YYYYMMDD, right? This is the format that we use. So over here we have maybe 2024 and then 1015. So if this is my date, from this date I want to extract the year, month, and the date, the day. So let's see how can this be extracted. So over here I'll be writing 2024 then 10 15, 2024 10 15. So this is, let's call it date 1, and then from the date 1, right, from the date 1, so 2024 maybe 10 15. First of all I'm extracting the year. So how can I extract the year? I just need to write year, and this would give me as year. All right, year of date 1. Next, so the way I've extracted year, likewise I can extract the quarter. All right, so this would be quarter from the date 1. And next, if I want to extract let's say the month, next I'm extracting the month, so let's call it the month from the date 1. All right, and maybe I can extract the day as well. So I just need to write the day, and then this is simply day from the date 1, right? This is day from the date 1. So now if I execute this, from this data we have extracted year is 2024, the quarter is fourth quarter because the month is 10th, the month is 10, and the day is 15, right? So clearly we have extracted all these details from a given or a specific date. What if I want to extract today's let's say day, quarter, year, and month? So I can simply replace this date with now. All right, now or the current date, and rest of the things we can compute. So over here maybe I can write now, even over here I can mention now, and I'll be changing now even over here. All right, and even over here I can write now. So this would return the current see, what are we trying to extract? This is where I'm trying to extract year, quarter, month, then day for a given let's say date. So this we have seen how to solve this. We have seen how to solve. Next, over here I'm extract year, quarter, month, and date for current date. For the current date, this is what I want to extract. So rest of the things are same. This is what I want to extract. So guys, this is what we have. So this is date 1, and this is year date 1, quarter date 1, month date 1, and then the day date 1, right? This is what we have. So even from the current date or from a given date, we have extracted these details. Now, if I wish to extract, let's say I want to extract maybe the month, then the month name, the day, and the day name, and also the day of week, the day of week for a given date. So let's see how we can extract them. So to extract this, what can be done? First of all, I'll be selecting a date. So maybe 2025, and then next I'll be using 02, and then maybe 10. All right, maybe let's consider 25. Let's call this date 1. So I'm calling this date 1. So first of all, I'll be executing this. And once this is done, then I can extract the month. So month, what is the date? The date is 202502 and then 25, right? So this is the date that we have, and I'm calling it, let's call this the month for the date 1. Then I need the month name, right? So for month name, I can simply write like this. Then I'll be copying this. This is going to be the month name. So maybe I can write it in the next line as month name for the date 1. So let me execute this and show you. So guys, clearly we can see for the date, the month is 2, and the month name that we have over here is the month name that we have over here is Feb, right? So month and month name we have extracted. Then I'm going to extract the day. So day for 2025 and then 0225. All right, as day of date 1. All right, so this is going to be the day. So we have extracted the day as well. Now I need the day name. So I can simply write day name 2025 and then 02 and then 25. This is going to be the day name, right? This is my day name from date 1. So now we have extracted the month name, the day, and the day name. Can we extract day of week as well? Yes. So we do have the function day of week, and then I'll be writing 2025, then 02, and then 25. So this simply returns the day of the week as day of week. So let's see this. The day of the week is 3. So if Tuesday is considered 3, so most likely Sunday is 0, right? So I can write Sunday to 0. It starts from Sunday 0, then Monday 1. All right. So Tuesday is 3. So if Tuesday is 3, Tuesday is 3. So Monday would be 2, Sunday would be 1, right? And so on. So this is how, let's say, it starts. Sunday is 1, Monday is 2, and Tuesday is 3. So this is how, let's say, the denomination goes as far as the day of the week is concerned. So guys, we have seen these functions. We have seen how to utilize year, month, quarter, day, month name, day name, now, current date, and even day of the week functions. So these are essentially the date time functions which we use, let's say, to extract date time denominations from the given date. So we have seen the basic functions. Now let's move on to the next set of functions. So the next set of functions that we have is time-based functions. So suppose I'm having some given time. So maybe the time is the time that we have is 15, and then 20, and then maybe 45. All right, this is, let's call this the time 1. Let me run this. So this is the time. From this time, I want to extract maybe everything, hour, minute, and second. So over here, I'll be writing hour of maybe 15, 20, 45. I want to extract this. So let me write as hour from time 1. All right, now after hour, first let's check this. So this is what I'm getting as the hour, right? So we have obtained the hour. After hour, I need to extract the minute. So minute of 15, then 20, and then 45. This is going to be the minute from time 1. All right, so we have extracted hour, we have extracted the minute. Let's check this in action. So if I were to run this, clearly we have extracted the hour and minute. Next, I want the second. So for second, again, I'll be writing 15, 20, and 45. And this is going to be in string as the second from the time 1. All right, so guys, clearly we have seen we have extracted the hour, the minute, and the second. Now, we have extracted this. So what is the time format? The time format used in MySQL is HH mm, and ss, hour, minute, and second. All right, and they'll be separated with colon. So it would be separated with colon. So guys, given the date time functions, this is how we can utilize. We can extract the date based denominations, the date based date, let's say denominations such as year, quarter, month, day, day name, month name, day of week. And this is how we can extract the time based denominations such as hour, minute, second, etc. Next, if I were to extract the next set of functions, so we have date, addition, and subtraction. So for this, we can use the add date. So suppose we have a date. I'm using the function. Okay, let me see, check the original date. The original date is 20, maybe 2024, and then I'm passing maybe, let's say 1210, right? So in 2024 1210, this is my date. Let's call this d1. This is my date 1. Now in this date 1, I want to add date. In the add date, if I just were to mention this is 2024 12 and 10. Okay, this is not colon. I cannot pass colon. This would be hyphen. This is not time. So after 12, I'm passing 10, and then if I simply write 3, all right. If I'm just writing like this, so let's see the output. So how many days we have added? As let's say, add 3 days. Add 3 days to d1. So just have a look. 3 days have been added, right? Now, if I were to subtract maybe 4 days, so this is subtract 4 days from d1. So guys, clearly you can see the 4 days have been subtracted. So only for the addition of days and let's say days, I can just write 3, the number. Now, what if I want to maybe add, subtract something else? So interval, maybe I can say interval, and then I can say let's say 1 month. So this is simply going to add 1 month to d1. All right, let's see. So clearly you can see guys, 1 month has been added. So other than day, if I were to add anything to this, so we need to write it in this format, right? Interval 1 month. Then if I were to subtract, maybe interval minus 2 months. So this is simply subtraction. So it not just works for let's say days, it also works for month. All right, so 2 months have been subtracted. So from December we have reached to October. So this is done. Likewise, I can solve it for let's say year. It also works for year. Means any denomination we can pass. Simply put, I can pass any denomination over here, year, and this is year. So I'll show you this. So 1 year added to this 2024 1210, this becomes 2025 1210. And if I were to subtract 2 year, I'm getting 2022 1210, right? So this works for year, month, and even quarter. So all time denominations would work. All right. So maybe if I wish to add 3 quarters to this date, so over here I'm adding 3 quarters, right? Add 3, and this is maybe subtract 2. So let's run this. So when I'm executing this over here, I'm getting 2024 1210, and then I'm getting 2025 910, right? And what about this? If I were to execute this, I'm getting 2024 let's say 1210, and when I'm subtracting 2 quarters, I'm getting 2024 610, because 2 quarters means let's say 6 months have been subtracted, and over here 9 months have been added. So this is 3 quarters. All right, so 3 quarters have been added, and let's say 9 months have been 6 months have been subtracted over here. So guys, this is how let's say the add date works. It also works with time. Means I'll show you just one example, but it will also work with other options. So maybe I just need to add maybe let's say 3R. So this is simply going to be add 3R. So even this works. So just have a look, 3 hours has been added, right? So this is how we can utilize this. Then we have the time difference and the date difference. So for time difference, I can show you maybe over here, I'll be writing the time difference. So what would be the time difference between let's say 1830 and let's say between 1530. So if I were to check this as time difference, let's see, are we getting positive results or negative results? We are getting 3 hours, right? So time difference is essentially means what do I need to pass? Let's say time 1 and then time 2. So what it returns? It returns time 1 minus time 2 in which format? It returns time 1 minus time 2 in HHMMSS format. Alright, so this is the format that we have used over here, and this is what we have seen. So what if it's not exactly the same? What if I write 45? So now the time difference is not 3 hours, right? So now I'm getting 2 hours 45 minutes. Alright, so accordingly this changes, and then likewise I can use the date difference, right? So we have date difference. So again this would take date 1 and date 2. So let's see what it returns. So for date difference, over here I'm having date 1 and date 2, right? So over here I'll be writing date difference, and in date difference maybe first of all I'm writing 2025, maybe 2025, let's say 05, and then maybe 0504. All right, this is the first date, and then 2025, then 04, then 25. So this is the D difference. Let's check this. So we have a difference of 9 days, right? So returns date 1 minus date 2 in days format, right? So over here the difference is written in days format. It returns let's say date difference in the days format. So guys, these are the functions that we have seen in MySQL to handle the let's say date and the time functions, and even the date time addition subtraction. So now we're moving on to the Postgre to implement a couple of these functionalities in the Postgre. So guys, over here we are in the pgadmin, and this is the data that we have. To understand the datetime functions, we'll be concentrating on this data set. So over here I'm having event logs. Let's have a look at the data set that we have. So okay, I'll drop this. So I'm dropping event logs. Okay, syntax errors. Okay, I'm dropping the table event log. So guys, okay, so I guess another table depends on it. Okay, no need to drop. Currently we do have this event log where I'm having event ID, serial, primary key, username is text, event type is text, login time text, and logout time is text. So I've inserted these data. So I'm having username, event time, event type, login time, logout time, right? These are the values. So over here I do have the date, and we have couple of null values as well. So now first of all let's have a look at the data. So over here I'm writing select star from, the table name is event logs. So guys, this is the data. Clearly we can see this is the data that we have. All right, so we have 8 records where we have login time and logout time. So based on this login time and logout time, over here let's say, because clearly the date and time they are in text, right? The date and time they are in text, so we need to convert them to date time. So how to utilize them? Over here let's say I'm creating a view. All right, over here I'm creating a view, create or replace view, clean event logs as, where I'm selecting the event ID, the username, the event type, and then I'm using the function toTimestamp where I'm converting this login time into the date time format, right? toTimestamp converts the date into date time format. So the format is YYYYMMDD, then hours, 24, minute and second as login cleaned, and this would be toTimestamp logout time YYYYMMDD and hour, minute and second, and again this is in 24-hour format. So this is from the event log. So what are views? We'll just discuss the views, but essentially views will be covering it in a separate session. So views are virtual table, right? Views are the virtual table, all right, used to, let's say, that do not store any data. All right, so they do not store any data, rather they store the query. So why do we use the views? So that means we can give only the necessary information to the users that they require. Maybe we don't want to share all the let's say significant information to all the users. So only the users that do depend on the particular type of table or particular type of columns, only that detail can be shared. So instead of sharing the table access, we can share the view access. So currently we have created this view. Now from this view, suppose I want to extract year, quarter, month, date, day name from the login. So how do we extract this? So to extract this, over here I'll be utilizing this. So over here I'm writing select username, login cleaned, Then we have extract year, extract, so we use the extract function. So year from the login cleaned as year, then extract quarter from login cleaned as quarter, then we extract month from login clean as month. So the function used over here is extract, and then in the brackets I have to pass year from login cleaned, then quarter from login cleaned, then month from login cleaned, then we have to write day from login cleaned as the day. All right, and then over here I'm using 2 characters, so I'm converting this to day as weekday. So login cleaned, I'm converting it to character, and 2 character, then I'm extracting this as the weekday. So this is from the view. All right, the output is obtained from the view. So let's see the output. So guys, we do have the year, quarter, month, day, and the weekday. All right, we do have the weekday as well. So what if I pass, let's say instead of day, if I pass month. So let's see what do we get. So guys, if we use month, so it is returning the month name, right? This is essentially the month name. So clearly we have seen how to extract them in MySQL, and likewise over here we have extracted. So year, quarter, month, day, weekday, then we have mentioned the day name and the month name, right? So all these things we have extracted. Clearly we can see year, quarter, month, day, weekday as in the weekday name. Weekday is nothing but the day name, right? So let's call it, instead of weekday, I'll call this the day name. All right, this is going to be the day name, and the next it is going to be the month name. So we have extracted all these details successfully. Let's look at the next function. So the next function over here is I want to calculate session duration in minutes using age and extract. All right, so I want to know the difference between the login clean and the login logout clean. So over here I'm writing, this is the time difference part. So login cleaned, username, login cleaned, logout cleaned, then age. So age returns the duration. Age finds the difference between the let's say date and time. Then round, I'm extracting epoch from login date, logout cleared minus login cleared by 60 as duration in minutes. Because this returns the duration in hours, so I'm dividing it by 60. Then I'm rounding it off up to 2 decimal places. So let's see. And where logout cleaned is not null. So I'm only extracting the values where the logout cleaned is not null. So let me run this and just observe the data. So this was let's say on the same date, this was from 8:45 to 17:15, right? So the duration is 8:30. How have we computed the duration using the age function? Then we have let's say from 10 up to 16:45. So the total duration is 8 hours 55 minutes, and this is the duration in minutes. This is the duration in minutes. All right. So guys, this is how we have extracted this information. So let's look at another function. So over here we have to count the logins per date. So how can this be done? So over here I'm writing select date login cleaned as login date, and then count as login cleaned from the clean event logs, group by date of login cleaned, right? And then order by login date. So if I were to execute this, this is what I'm getting, right? So we can work on a couple of other functions that may or may not be related to date time. So essentially the date time and the time difference, the duration calculation part, we have seen in the first 2 questions and even the third question. So let's have a look at the last question. So over here I have to find the count of number of logins per hour. So over here I'm using the date part function. So why do we use the date part function? See, even over here we have used the date function. So I want to represent the login date into the date format, right? Now date part function returns apart from the given date. So maybe if I wish to extract maybe the hour or the minute, that is when I can use the date part. So I'm using the date part as login cleaned as login hour. So this will return only the hour part from the login cleaned column. So then I'm writing count star as, let's say over here I'm writing count star as count per hour from clean event logs, group by login hour and order by login hour. So let's run this. So over here I can see that at login at 8 a.m. Let's say there were 5 logins, at 9 a.m. there were 2, at 10 there were only 1. So guys, this is how we can utilize the datetime functions in SQL and in Postgre. So that brings us to the end of this session. Let's switch to the PPT. So guys, in this session we have discussed the different date functions, the datetime functions, and the datetime difference calculation functions in both MySQL and Postgre. So in the next session we'll be looking at data cleaning in SQL in terms of handling missing values, handling duplicates, handling malformed values as well. Thank you.